Hi guys, in this video I explain how to override a method. I start out by explaining the concept and then I go over an example. Now the concept is fairly trivial. When we have an inheritance relationship between a superclass and a subclass, if the superclass implements a method, we can change that implementation in the subclass. Now the implementation of that method is changed by overriding that method in the subclass. Let's go over an example. Here I have a class named pet. Inside this class, I define a method named jump. When this method is invoked, I want the pet to start jumping. So I output a message, pet is jumping. I demonstrate this by creating an object of the class in the main and then calling the jump method on it. Now running this program will output the method pet is jumping on the console. Next, I will create a subclass. I will name this class dog. And this class will be a subclass of pet, so I add the extends keyword and the superclass name. So now I have an inheritance relationship between these two classes, where pet is the superclass and dog is a subclass. Now because dog inherits from pet, dog inherits the jump method. What this allows me is that when I create a new dog object, that I can call the jump method on dog as well. The jump method is inherited. So running this program again, it will output pet is jumping 2 times. The first time it's outputted when I call the jump method on the pet object, and the second time the message is outputted when the jump method on the dog object is called. Now what I want to do here is I want to override that jump method. I want to change the implementation of the jump method in the dog class. I can do this by writing the exact same method signature as the parent class, jump, and then simply changing the implementation in the method's body. Here I want to change the implementation to the message dog is jumping. Now running the same method, the same main again, without changing anything here, I can see that the message now changed. The first one shows pet is jumping, the second one shows dog is jumping. This was done by overriding the method and providing a different implementation for it. Now when overriding a method, it's very easy to have a typo. For example, if I have a typo here, this would no longer override that method. We can see this when I run the main, that now pet is jumping. So there was a typo here. In order to prevent these types of mistakes, there's an annotation that we can add to the method called add override, and this will signal our intention to the compiler that the developer is trying to override that method. Here I will create a compile error, and now when I type it exactly like in the parent class, it will no longer provide or result in a compile error. So whenever you override a method, it's always a good habit to add the add override annotation. Now overriding methods is very useful. We can see the example here, how we could change the implementation of a method in a subclass. But overriding methods is much more powerful than the example shown here. It's often used in the context of dynamic binding. I will cover that in a separate video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.